Great seeing my next guest back in action. He's going to be taking on Mickey Gall at UFC Fight Night on July 24th. It is Jordan Williams back here on the program. Jordan, how's it going?
Going good, my man. How you doing?
Doing very well. It's good to catch up with you. We haven't seen you in a bit. I think October was the last time we saw you in action. Was this by design, or were you hoping to get in there a little bit sooner?
Well, I did have a scheduled bout for Maki Bitolo, and I would have loved to take that fight. That would have been another fight at 185. But, we had to take a step back, reviewing the health of my orbital bone. Coach Mark and myself and I, we just thought it'd be best to push a release date a little bit later. Now, I didn't ask for it to be this much later, but, it's a date nonetheless, and I'm excited to jump on it.
Yeah, and you referenced it there, Coach Mark. You are training at Factory X with Mark Montoya, one of the best in the business. I know there's a lot of fighters that are at Factory X that are rep by the same management company. I'm assuming that's how that came together, or how did you end up training over there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I had a sit-down after my last fight with over the phone with my manager, Jason House, and I was like, hey, man, so we're in agreement that the best move for me to do is to a different gym, more mainly, Colorado, Factory X. And I was texting him, and he straight called me. He's like, yes, that's the best gym that he has access to. And he's really good friends with Mark Montoya. And he got me in. He got, Coach Mark had seen some work that I've done before, but after him and Jason talked, that definitely opened the door for me to start, getting under Mark's wing.
Cool. So how long has it been now that you've been out there?
I've been here since, to be exact, December 13th of 2020. I've been here since, so I think it'll be like a full 10 months under his instruction before I get my first bout.
Cool. That's good. And I imagine you've moved there, or are you just doing your camps there, so to speak?
Well, no, I moved here, so, and excuse me, but more like 8 months, so there's
don't worry, my math's not good either, so it's a long period of time, though, is kind of what we're getting at. Yeah.
I've been punched in the head quite a couple times, right? Yeah. This is a full-on move, I've fully adapted myself to not only this gym, but the culture that surrounds it, and just I plan on seeing myself here throughout the rest of my career.
Good. That's great to hear, man. And the elevation's a boost. It's a great team as well. So a lot of pluses training out there as well. You're fighting Mickey Gall. I mean, this is a pretty big name in the division. How do you feel like you match up against him in this fight?
If this is a video game, the person controlling his character would be upset is the best way that I have to put it. I'm better on the feet, better on the ground, and better on the transition to the ground. He's got some jiu-jitsu, whatever. I highly doubt that your jiu-jitsu is better than, the tutelage that I've been under for the past 15 years. So, and now the wrestling and overall MMA jiu-jitsu that I've been learning at Factory X, it's just good luck. Good luck at his strong suit. Is a strong suit that I veered away, and under the pressure of Dana White saying, he's not impressed with that type of style, that's the real reason why I stopped taking fights to the ground. It's because, Dana White said, hey, man, I ain't impressed. So, any fighter that feels tempted enough to take me down to the ground and go to those waters, especially at 170, it's like a dream come true. I get to go back to my first art. Great.
Yeah. You referenced it there, 170. This is a welterweight fight. What brought you to that decision to go to 170? And I imagine this is a permanent move.
Yeah. Also, again, I was a small 185er, and I did that because I didn't like to cut the weight. And now that I have the resources and just the dietary habits more unlocked to keep me lower, it just seems like a necessary move. That and the thought of me fighting or trying to out-wrestle Paulo Costa or, Yoel Romero, a body like that, you're like, you know what, all right. So Coach Mark and my management, Iridium Sports, Jeremy Lachow and Jason, they were like, yeah, we believe that 170 is the goal. And then so the other parts of our management, Jacob, shout out, and Mike, thank you for giving me the sponsors essentially how we make that weight cut happen.
Oh, good. Okay, so you got like the meal prep and all that, or what specifically?
Oh yeah, shout out to Evolve. Evolve, we're getting it done. And, E2 Evolve, they've been helping me out a lot, and also I work for a food establishment, Clean Eats. I gotta give a shout out to them for really guiding and assisting this weight transition.
Cool. And a lot of good bodies over there at Factory X. Who are you mainly getting to work with for this camp?
Well, this camp has been tricky because we've been really implementing more of the wrestlers with good striking. As my live round goes, shout out to Cody Brundage and Austin Osmosis Jones. Those two, Todd, got a couple rounds in with you. We've been giving a lot of rounds with the ground guys, and so to speak, and like their wrestling attack. But also shout out to Josh Ram. He's 6'4" and my opponent's 6'2", so I'm not worried about length or reach or just the systematic of how to get in on a big tall guy. So everything those have been my main train partners. Now also to add to that list before I shut that list down, Harris, my man Talunzik, and Jacoby Jones. Also, those are guys that have been great in my camp.
Cool, good to hear. Imagine Mark Montoya is going to be in your corner. Who else will be with you in the cage that night?
Yeah, shout out Mark. Thanks for being there. So we got Coach Mark Montoya, and then also we have Jacoby Jones. He's a current LFA fighter right now, and he just competed at High Rollers. Shout out to all the work he's been putting in. He really impressed me. He's a young buck at this academy, and he has a really, really good wrestling presence in his attack. And he flows his striking well with it. So he's one corner, and also the other corner is Coach Jordan to Tony. He's all around just a great MMA coach, and you could tell he started off wrestling based, but he's like me. So someone who started off wrestling based that's been able to really grasp a striking knowledge and piece together not only like where I am with my knowledge, but just like I have an understanding for the footwork that I already use and just little things to add to it. Shout out Coach Jordan for being there in my corner.
How's this fight playing out on July 24th?
The saying short, total domination, and I can't tell you how the specifically happens because not only are they opened up 6 or 7 other weapons for me on my feet, but also they have reminded me that my ground game and been working with me to add my wrestling. So, semi total domination. It's gonna happen in deep waters, and I'm gonna prove to everyone that I'm a better swimmer than Mickey Gall.
I imagine the plan is to keep active, like we were talking about the break there. I imagine you want to get 1, maybe 2 more fights in this year. Is that kind of the goal?
Oh, I would love it, Dana. Listen up, man. Like, just send me. I'm gonna get this fight. I'm gonna get it up. Get this fight down, and then I'm gonna be ready. Like Coach Mark, the way we train, it's like every other gym I've been at. We stay at a constant pace of stay in shape, but then when you get the call, you go hard. We go hard all the time. I would like to use my body as much as to the limit that Coach Mark and the whole team at Factory X has been pushing me. I would love to get 3 fights. Dana, hear me out. 3 more. I'm gonna knock out Mickey Gall for you. You're gonna pay me that bait, some extra bait checks, and I'm gonna get right back out there. That would be a dream come true for me. I'm in my dirty 30s now. I'm in my 30s. Let's make them dirty.
Downtime. I know you don't get much of it. You're training all the time. Are you getting any hiking out in Colorado or anything else you're doing outside of training?
I've been on a couple hikes, but I've been working a lot, and Also, I am one of those fellas that say I wouldn't mind being paid more if that certain person is still listening. I work 2 to 7, 5 days a week. I work 2 to 9, 9:30, like 5 days a week. And then I'm actually working 7 days a week. So it's just like I feel like if we get paid a little more, I get some time off to go hike and put a better performance in the octagon. That's just my thought. But for right now, I'm just working. I'm grinding. On my days off, I just sleep and call my girlfriend, and that's it. So, soon, I'm pretty sure soon I'll be able to enjoy what Colorado has to offer me environmentally wise.
Good stuff. Jordan, thanks so much for doing this. I know you're a busy guy. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media? I'll give you the last word.
Hey, well, the last words I have is a thank you. Again, E2Evolve, they've been really helpful throughout this training camp. I can't thank them enough. Stem Cell Healing Institute down in Guatemala, run by Dr. Zara Figueiredo. Thank you so much. My injuries are coming along, and on a good note, I've been having a lot more lows on my blood sugar test scores. So thank you. Normally I wouldn't be good, but someone in my situation, that's awesome that I'm having low blood scores, and this is awesome. Can't thank you enough for the work that she has put into me. Again, Factory X, shout out to you, Coach Mark Montoya, my big brother, and all my siblings at Factory X. Thank you for getting me UFC ready. Let's go get this W against Mickey Gall. My Instagram, Boomier MMA. Follow me. Really short and quick. Your Facebook, Jordan Williams. Yours truly. You'll see a face of me in my nice UFC gear, and J Will _ NCFA. I know, sorry, that's my old gym tag, but it will be if you try to search and follow me that on Twitter and you see me to JWill _ FX, that will be my new tag. Like I said, gotta represent and shout out to my new gym at my new Tuliage under Inglewood, Colorado, Factory X. All right, James, man, thanks for having me on today, man. Appreciate you.